Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we got something a little bit out of the ordinary, but it's something that's really special to me. It's near and dear to my heart. This is actually just a cool overview of what is officially the first truck that I've ever worked on in my entire lifetime. If you guys have watched my channel or some of my previous work on television, you know that I love working on trucks. And it started a long time ago, before I was old enough to drive. Before, I was back in grade school. The very first truck that I ever worked on was right beside me here. It's a 1936 Chevrolet. It's actually my dad's truck. He still has it to this day. It's kind of an old school street rod. And I think this is kind of where I got my love for sleepers, because this truck right here, he wanted to have it look like it was pulled out of a barn after 40 or 50 years. And it kind of looks like that from the outside, but underneath it's all street rod. This actually has a 400 small block Chevy. It's got a 3-speed manual transmission. It has a Chevy Nova front clip on it. It has the rear half of a mid-70s Chevy pickup on the rear end. It's got a 12-bolt car rear end underneath, I believe. So it's just a really cool truck, and I'm going to show you some footage of it. We'll take it for a quick drive and just kind of let you guys take a look at what was one of the very first trucks that I ever got to work on.
Okay, it's a 1936 Chevy pickup that I picked up in 1991, and it was a homemade tractor that I took parts and pieces and put it together, and this is what it is today. It was quite a work in action. It took a long time to cobble everything together. 4 or 5 years it took to get it going, and Lawrence he worked on it every now and then on the weekends whenever we was at work, and everything from hooking up the brakes and the clutch and putting the motor in and welding in the motor mounts and the transmission cross member, and we hooked wiring up and all different stages that we did to it. Brake pedal that I put in there didn't have a clutch pedal, so we had to adapt it so that it had a clutch and brake, because it was made for just an automatic setup. We did a lot putting in the wood in the body, putting the bedding in, and all kinds of stuff we did. So it had 456 gears in it when we first got it going. It had the 327, and we discovered right away the gears were kind of too low driving out on the highway. So shortly after that we put the 373 gears in it, and that was a good all-around gear. The 327 I had in it for 10 years, and that really did good. We used to take it to the drag races in the 8th mile. We got close to 80 miles an hour, but we never quite got over that, which was pretty good with street tires. People used to be impressed to see the old truck go, because it kind of looks like a street rod. It's kind of a sleeper. So eventually I put the 400 in it, and that goes really good, but the 400 doesn't seem to quite do what the times the 327 did. The 400's got a lot of torque, and it's more fun driving it with a 400, I think. It's evolved a lot since I've had it on the road for 18 years now, and every year that goes by I enjoy it more and more.
Tell me about some of the different transmissions you've had, because I know you switched a couple, right?
Yes, I've at Winterport Dragway I've ruined a couple of transmissions. I run Saginaws because they seem to be pretty plentiful. The Muncies are quite expensive to get a hold of, and now I've got a 3-speed in it. We started out with a Saginaw 3-speed because it's light with a 400 engine. The Saginaw seems to be the best combination. It gets up to speed really good without, you don't need a 4-speed. It's got enough power. It gets right up to travel speed really quick. So it's refined to a pretty good degree right now.
if there's anything you could change on it, or in the future maybe you have some plans to tweak some things. What do you think?
Well, what do I think? I might try an overdrive transmission. That would get your little better gearing out on the highway. I'd probably put disc brakes on the front with power booster to improve the braking. So those few things. It's actually going pretty good right now the way it is. It's really fun to drive, and I can't think of anything else that I would change right at the moment.
So that, guys, I guess kind of proves where I get my burnout habit from. Nothing like it.
I should have. I want. Is that a good one?
That was a good one.
Nice.